Peace, love, energy, and life, family. Peace, peace, peace. How's everyone doing, my beautiful Aborigines? I'm sorry about that first video of how to deal with the police. It was tampered with, and it had a little, like a collaboration and the audio in it, so gotta make another one. Alrighty, so first things first, when they pull you over, first thing you let them know is because you got the right to remain silent, because they will try to get you in verbal contracts, and you gotta know how to get out of verbal contract by your sovereignty. So if you don't know how to get out of verbal contract, then you're going to be contracting without your consent to their jurisdiction. So with that said, you must know how to work and move on your own land. Right now I'm at the Southern Avenue Metro Station, you know. So just know that the United States Corporation is running off of false treaties. So knowing that they're running off of false treaties, you understand that everything basically the corporations are saying are policies and not laws. So they're illegally trying to get you to consent to their jurisdiction by calling you a citizen. And there's no way you're a citizen of your own land. So, with that said, as soon as you get pulled over, you either, one, have the right to remain silent. That way you got to go through the process of, you know, getting illegally detained, illegally kidnapped. And once you get to the jail or wherever they going to kidnap you and process you at, don't get no fingerprints, don't give them your name. You know, you have the right to remain silent. They say, oh, if you don't get the fingerprints, we're gonna sit you down for about 7, 8 days, depending on what state you're in. You gotta bite that bullet. You take that, you bite that bullet. So once that happens, you go to court, they don't have no paperwork, no fingerprints, your name on it, they're gonna throw your case out. And after that, that's when you come back and you countersue. You countersue them under that, under the laws that they violated your rights, they kidnapped you, they paper genocided you, and they human trafficked you by labeling you something that you're not. So with that said, you gotta know that, hey, sometimes that's why you gotta go. But the other way is if you verbally know how to get out of the contract, and you must know what to say. You must let them know. So when they pull up, how you doing, sir? You let them know straight up. Let them know straight, because they're trained to think that you're, and assume that you're a citizen and that you're a black, false property, African American. So you must let them be known off hooks when you come to the window. How you doing, sir? How you doing? You let them know, sir, I do not consent to any contracts. I'm not a citizen. Tell them you're not a citizen, you're not a Moor, you're not a Mason, you're not a sovereign citizen. You're just not part of the United States Corporation. You're not under their jurisdiction. Let them know that you're indigenous to this land. You're indigenous, American, Aborigine, autonomous to the land, and you go by the laws of the land. So with that said, you gotta understand, let them know. Call the supervisor off her, because 90% of the police ain't not gonna know the law. They're ignorant of the law, of the real law. They're out here to push policies and strip you from your rights. So once we understand that, then we understand how to speak to them. Let them know, hey, I do not agree to any of your contracts. I do not consent to any of your terms. If there's a supervisor, you get on the scene. Call for a supervisor. Always call for a supervisor. If it's two of you, make sure someone's recording, and make sure someone else is calling the police. If you're by yourself, you gotta record the whole thing, buddy. Or call the police first when they pull you over. Time is up, and then switch over. Let them know you gotta record for your safety. And let them know, yeah, you're not part of their verbal contracts. You know, United States Corporation, you guys police the state, not the people. So unless you committed a crime, damage property, or harm property, then that's when you'll show ID and you'll go through that process. But if you know for a fact you haven't harmed property, damaged property, committed any official crime, then you must go against that policy. You must let that be known. Right, sir? If you're going to infringe on my rights to travel, if you're coaching on my right to travel amongst my own land, my own private conveyance, and my own property, never call it a car, never call it a vehicle, but then you're also contracting to their jurisdiction. That's what they label it. That's the patents on. That's the patent of names. Like herb, you gotta call herb herb. If you call it weed or cannabis, That's their patent on the name. They can criminalize you on that. So always call it your indigenous herb, spiritual herb, or just herb, you know. Herb is definitely legal. So, and another thing, you must always let them know. Always let them know. If you're going to infringe or encroach on your natural entity, then you would like to bring them up on charges. And instead of continue, and if you oh yeah, that's right, ask them, am I being detained? And if you ask them, you're being detained. And if you say so, he has to give you a protocol or a reason why you're being detained. If it's not damage, harm, property, then you are free to go. And if he won't let you go, then you are on the spot being kidnapped. So you can tell him you're gonna bring him up on kidnap charges, paper genocide charges, falsely accusing charges, discrimination charges, infringing on your rights, harassment, and just get him with those. It's so many things, and like they have a gun on them, so you can say your heart rate raised and you feel threatened because you know you did commit a crime. So, and they have history of killing us. They're here to pretty much genocide us. You know, they're working with a corporation. The so-called founding fathers are colonizers. That's here to colonize and strip us from our land and kill us and murder us all. So with that understood, you must understand that their corporations are against us. All the corporations are against us. All the beef, we could be getting off work. So this is part one. And part two, gonna be part three, gonna be more parts to it. But I'm gonna break it down a little bit better. So if anybody got any questions, let me know. Peace, love, energy, light. So my beautiful indigenous aborigines. About to go ahead, get back to this herb search, meditation, then more research. So peace, love, and honor, family. I'm out.